We arrived at the airport in Kathmandu mid-afternoon. Getting through immigration was a cinch, and in no time, we were launched into the commotion that is Kathmandu. The traffic and chaos are slightly better than in India, so we were not too bothered by what to our Western ways would seem like eternally getting cut off and many, many near misses. By now, it was somewhat old hat. Our first 2 days in Nepal were spent about an hour and a half northeast of and about 1,200 feet higher than Kathmandu. Once we got out of the city, the drive was beautiful and a tad unnerving at times. We would be staying at the Nagarkot farmhouse for a bit more R&R and our first glimpses of the mighty Himalayas. This was my journal post the first morning in Nagarkot. September 29, 2014, Nagarkot, Nepal. I can hardly find words to describe anything here. The beauty is totally overwhelming. The words beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, breathtaking, all apply but do not hold a candle to the reality that is this place. All I want to do is sit and gaze at the view. I feel so peaceful, so whole, so healthy. We are at a farmhouse. They grow their own food, and it is all delicious and nourishing. We had greens and other veggies last night for the first time since leaving home. It was so wonderful to get some real food into my body. I've had no health issues at all. I am grateful for that. It is wonderfully quiet and serene here. We are surrounded by gardens and flowers and the Himalayan mountains on all sides. Unbelievable. I want to stay here forever. The weather couldn't be more perfect. It's cool and a little damp. They have been having lots of rain for the last several days. In fact, yesterday when we arrived, it started to rain, and there was a great thunderstorm that came through right before dinner. But today, there is some clearing. We are at 6,000 to 7,000 feet, with clouds suspended in the valleys below us. Once in a while, there is a parting in the high, puffy white clouds, and the snow-covered high peaks of the Himalayas peek out. So spectacular, but again, the words don't hold a candle to the reality. This feeling I have now is what I want to take home with me. I've dreamed of this experiential deep sense of peace, love, and wonder. Nothing else matters. This is the change I want to stay with me always, open and clear, peaceful and calm, soft, warm, and in love with this reality. Namaste.
The second morning was absolutely clear, and we were awakened just before sunrise by one of the staff, a delightful young man who loved to sing, greeting us with hot tea as we stepped outside our door. We were so incredibly fortunate that the weather had cleared for the first time in a couple of weeks. The view of sunrise over the Himalayas and valleys below was nothing short of magic. And the sunsets weren't too shabby either. After the beautiful sunrise and the delicious breakfast, we were off to the airport in Kathmandu to meet Debbie and Ray, another one of our group going to Tibet with us. One of our favorite sayings for the group of 11 before leaving the U.S. was, "See you in Kathmandu." We also met Tashi at the airport. Tashi was our trip coordinator, a wonderful soul who did an incredible job working with our Tibetan guide to make our trip something special that did not include the usual Chinese propaganda tour. I don't know how they managed it, but we were all very pleased. We wished that Tashi could accompany us to Tibet, but because he had a Tibetan name, it would be dangerous for him. Billy and I offered to adopt Tashi so that he could travel as our son. We all got a kick out of posing for the family picture.